If you have fruit trees in your garden, anyone have an apple tree or anything? Now, what we used to do in England, although nowadays people think it's all a bit odd, but we used to go to the apple tree at Christmas time when we have a party, and we say, "You made a lot of apples this year, thank you very much. Have a sip of wine, have a cookie." And we invited them into the party sort of thing, or we took the party to them and gave them a sip, and we poured wine onto them, things like that, and said, "You did a marvellous job this year. How about even better job next year?" And the tree would say, "Whoa, this is great. They will like my apples, you know." And you get more apples next year, or pears, or plums, or bullies, or whatever it is you've got, yeah? Show appreciation to the trees that you love. You know, you can walk past them in the street and just touch them and say, "Hey, I'm glad you're here. Hi, morning." If you like a tree, say hello to it. No, and we've checked with the folks upstairs, of LiveWood at this point in time, is either I did it or my son did it. We're the only two midwives, if that's the right word, who are able to be there and work with a tree that's given us LiveWood. So you won't find it in the wild. If I ask you for a piece of yourself, you won't give it to me or to anybody you don't trust, would you? And the trees are the same. But they work with my family because they've worked with us for many centuries. It's been donated to man. It's been donated to mankind to work with man. And so it has a clone in it. Now, because it's a clone and because it's alive, it doesn't want to be killed. So it'll only go to somebody it trusts. And because of my upbringing, I'm the poor muggins that'll trust. Whether I like it or not, I have to do as I'm told. Does that make sense? And the same with my son. Because of our upbringing and our history, we have to go on doing it. We would love to have other people doing it. It would make the life easy. But it doesn't work like that. You see, if you made things like this, you know, a carpenter, you have carpenters, you have cabinet makers, you have people do this sort of thing. They can take a piece of wood and shape it and put the bits together to make something like that. And if they make one of these legs slightly wrong, they can throw the leg away and make another one. We can't do that. Once we've been given a piece of wood by the tree, we have to turn it into the tool that they want. Does that make sense? It's a living thing. We've got to do exactly what they tell us to do. Because they trust us to do it. Now, one of the things that we do in our apprenticeship is to give a token from us to the trees, one to each of the 60 groups of trees that we work with, so if we don't do it right, they can penalise us. Right?
What do you mean by a token?
They have a token of my blood. I have to give them some of my blood. Now, if you have blood of somebody, you can affect them. Right? So if I don't do the job right, they could snuff me out like that. Yeah. So I have to be confident enough in my work to give them the right to kill me if I don't do the job right. Now, would you be willing to do that just to get a bit of wood?